Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews, and today we are taking a look at Jada Toys Fei Long from Street Fighter 2, the final challengers. Again, still not at home, so this is the setup that we are having to deal with. So anyway, here is the figure here out of the box. Let's move him to the side. Take a look at the box here. Again, a lot just like maybe I'll open this up a little bit to show the accessory, since this one's kind of hidden down in there. But yeah, again, the arcade style box. Just like the other ones, the only difference is, of course, the front says Fei Long on it. So that's really it for the box. Alright, so here we have the figure out of the box. And let's just take a look at what we got going on here. So, he looks pretty good. Looks just like the artwork, I would say, that they generated. Eyebrows are done pretty well. See if we can get a close up here. It's as good as expected. It fades a little here, but that's not bad. Yeah, I think his head is done pretty good. His hair seems to be a separate piece from the head, the face, so it's painted really nicely. So better, I would say, than Chun-Li for sure. Unlike Ken, he actually does have slight shading in his chest, so you can see some shading in the striations of the muscles here. Some highlights here on the arms. A little muddy, I would say, but it's appreciated. Here we go on the back here, nicely shaded as well. I wish they would have did that to Ryu. Unfortunately, they did not. I will say the plastic on his arms in comparison to his chest is different. It's different colors. Let's see if we can get him straightened. Yeah, his arms and chest are two different colors. Almost seems like two different plastics. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a difference in color tone there. I would say his stomach is also a different color than his chest, so that's a little off-putting and weird. I do like the texturing on his pants, and then his feet are done and painted pretty good. For a $25 figure, I can't complain too much. Yeah, everything is pretty good. His hair sculpt is a little soft. I think they could have put a little more detail in that. But again, 25 bucks, I can't complain too much. I would argue that Marvel Legends sometimes does do a better job when it comes to the hair than they are doing here. And the reason that I compare it to Marvel Legends, because they're basically in the same pricing tier. So, and then they're also considered 1/12 scale figures. So yeah, Fei Long is all right. He's not too bad. I don't know. I would probably say he's slightly better than Ryu so far, without having going through articulation or anything. But aesthetic wise, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's about the same as Ryu. But yeah, that's it for aesthetics, let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. Alright, so here we are with the accessories. So we have two like posing type hands, two pose hands, pretty much standard I think for Fei Long. We have just kind of a regular stern face, just regular looking face. You'd think that would be the one that they put on him in the box and then put the mean face in here. But I like the way that one looks. That one's painted, I think, a lot nicer than the head that came on him in the box. And then, of course, he gets his flame effect for his kick. And that is done in a nice soft plastic, a lot like Chun-Li's effect and Ryu's effect. They're both really soft plastic, and it's done really nicely. I like the how the orange transition into the orange transitions to the yellow. So that's really nice, and that's it for the box or for the accessories. I will say that each one of them do have their own unique. They have their own unique background in their boxes, so you could technically display them in the box like so, and they would kind of have their own little background for each individual character. They are different. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like his homeland or whatnot, or this is his stage. I don't remember. I haven't played Street Fighter 2 in forever, so I'm not quite sure if this is like supposed to be his like stage or whatever, but those are cool. I do like that. I do like that little addition as a possible kind of like display option. So that's it for accessories. Now for articulation. So his head is on a double ball peg, and you do get some decent range out of it. So he should be able to pose pretty nicely. So he can look up that much, not too bad. Look down like that. He does have probably a double ball peg in his neck, I should say. And obviously he can get the side to side really nicely with that double ball peg. So he can get all the range that you need with that double ball peg. The shoulders go up that far. Unfortunately, they went the Marvel Legends route with this butterfly joint. At least it works, not just completely frozen like Ryu's is, but you barely get any front motion. You barely get anything going forward. You get most of it going backwards. So yeah, I don't know why they went this route. They definitely could have figured something else out. I have seen some figures, I think it might have been SH Figure Arts, who when you want to bring the arm forward, this butterfly cap starts coming out. It doesn't look great, but it's functional. So I think I maybe would have preferred that, but maybe for 25 bucks they couldn't quite fit that engineering in. He does have a bicep swivel over 90 degrees on the elbow, then a hinge wrist like the other two figures. His torso, so mine I have realized, and you can kind of really tell from this distance how different the chest looks than the rest of the body and the arms and the stomach. Seems like a completely different chest. It almost looks like this is like some kind of armor or something than it is his chest, that skin. It looks like he's wearing some kind of like vest or something. So it almost doesn't even look like a bare chest. At least on camera, it doesn't look terrible, in person, but you definitely can tell that there's something different going on there. There's clearly different. There's a different texture here on the chest than it is on the arms. I don't know if they're using different plastic or what, but you can definitely tell a difference from this distance. Anyway, most of my upper body, upper chest, and all of this area here is frozen really bad. So he can only crunch forward that much, and then back a good amount. The detents, you can feel the detents in that joint. Side to side for me is basically useless. I don't know if it's just frozen. I could probably hit that with some heat or something, maybe get that to loosen up. But as for now, it's basically useless. There's almost no movement there. Here again, it's fighting me. It won't let me turn him. It keeps fighting me. As you can see, it just keeps going back into position. So I would hope that's not a thing that they built into it and it's just stuck. Same way with his waist joint down here. It keeps fighting me. It keeps wanting to bounce back. So I'll see if I can fix that. So as for now, as far as the review, this is garbage. Like, I can't get any movement out of that. So this is right out the box. So then as far as the legs are concerned, he can do a great full split. He can kick up pretty nicely. Get it all the way up there. So there we go. And it doesn't flare off to the side very much. So that's good. Backwards, he can go about that far. He does have a thigh swivel here and double jointed knee. It's pretty good. And then we do have rotation here at the, I guess this is the ankle here, so I guess maybe this is just part of the leg, or is this part of the ankle? I don't know. But where this piece is, it swivels, so that's really good because he does have a pretty steep ankle rocker, so being able to turn that is really, really nice, and it doesn't mess up the sculpt either because it's basically symmetrical all the way around. So that's pretty good. I like the way they hit that swivel there. He can go up that far, down that far, and I already showed you the ankle rocker. So I would assume that he probably has better articulation than I can demonstrate because all of my joints are frozen. So for me, he kind of has trash articulation out of the box. As far as here in the torso area, it's trash. Everywhere else is fine. Everywhere else is good. But these butterfly joints in this torso is not, it's not great. It's not it. So unfortunately, his articulation is kind of subpar. Alrighty, so on to comparisons. Alrighty, so here he is next to his wave mates. We have Chun-Li and Ryu here on each side of him, and I think they are pretty decently in scale. I'm not quite sure what the height is supposed to be, although I feel like Chun-Li might be a little tall. I think she was quite a bit shorter than them in the game, if I'm not mistaken. So she might be a bit on the tall side, and I think Ryu might be a bit on the short side. I don't think I really paid attention to that on their reviews, but yeah, I feel like Chun-Li might be a smidget too tall. But maybe that's just me not remembering. But compared to Ryu, let's put his head down. They are basically the same size. Fei Long might have them by a little bit with the hair, but they're essentially the same. I think they might even have the same buck. No, the arms are definitely different, but I'm not quite sure about the chest. I don't know. I think Ryu might be a little bit more girthy. But anyway, that's him with his two wave mates. Oh, and her hair fell, and her bonnet fell off. Alrighty, and here he is next to the Mafex Hush Batman and the Mafex Hush Harley Quinn. Also, I don't know why I just rewatched. Oh, I take that back. That was not Hush. Scratch that. I was about to say something that was wrong. Anyway, there he is with those two figures, and fits pretty nicely with those guys. Batman is a bit taller than him. Harley Quinn is slightly shorter, but that's the scaling of Mafex. And here he is with a Super Saiyan Vegeta. They call this the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood Vegeta. I don't know why, but I had him sitting next to me here. I just picked him up from Target for 35 bucks. So here he is next to it at SH Figure Arts. And that is it for comparisons. So in conclusion, if you are collecting this wave, you obviously need a Fei Long, unless you just have certain proclivities to one character. But considering they're only 25 bucks, why not collect the whole wave? Chun-Li is a good figure. Ryu is a good figure. Fei Long is also a good figure. So I would suggest that you add them to your collection. For the price, you can't beat it. It's the best 1/12 Fei Long figure that you can buy for a reasonable price. So with all that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.